Hey, Mark. So today what we're going to be doing is we are going through the checklist. These are things that you need to be getting done in the first 100 days. Now, this is just the initial checklist of this, so I wanted to see if you had any comments on it and make certain that you understand what it's regarding. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Can you see that okay?
It's a little bit small. I'm going to try to get it a little bigger here. All right, there we go.
Okay, so what I did was I broke this down into a couple of different pillars. And the first one we have is the knowledge section. Now, Exp Realty, when you go through the mentorship program, the Mind Flash is training built where you're supposed to be finishing it in 90 days. This is going to answer a lot of questions about, what you should be doing as a new realtor. And it's training designed to get your business up and running.
Okay.
Have you received any links for Mind Flash, and they call it Trackstar now?
I haven't received any Trackstar links. No, negative.
So what we want to do is we're going to want to work together to make certain that you know how to access that, so you can go ahead and begin, and then it'll track your progress in that. Then the next part is the Fast Start series. And from what I remember, you've already taken some of these, right?
I've completed the whole package there in Fast Start, yes.
And by the way, what we're going to see is what I've tried to done is find the fundamentals for someone for the first 100 days. And you're full time, then I'm going to be working with some part-time people too. So you may knock this out a lot faster than others. And if you knock them out faster, then we get to get to more of the 202 stuff quicker. Okay, so that's awesome. As far as the Fast Start series, since you've already done it, did you have any favorite classes?
I did, actually. There was a couple on, I got my notes real quick. I took notes on every class. So as I went through, I could go ahead and go over those notes and highlight the things that I wasn't sure on and concentrate on those. But getting into the business plan was my favorite section when it actually got into that part.
Okay.
So for me, that was my favorite.
And what did that business planning go over? Was it more based around the numbers? Like how much you make per transaction, how many transactions you need, how many contacts you need?
Yeah, that was right where I was struggling the most. I had a lot of experience in business, so business plan wasn't a problem, but knowing what the numbers were in real estate was what I was struggling with. Okay. So that gave me a great opportunity to see what each sale could generate and how many sales you needed per year to be at a certain point and so forth. So to me, that was the most beneficial.
Okay. And I have, I got some more stuff I think that will really help you. And here's the other thing is this is also designed where if I give you too many things to do, this is the core. So you always stay with the core and you say, hey, Drew, I'm still working on the core. I can't get to that right now, but I'll have it on my to-do list. And that's an acceptable answer. Okay.
And that was Fast Start 107.
Okay. Fast Start 107. Excellent. And then did they go over KV Core and Sky Slope in any of those classes?
They did touch on it. And then I've also taken the KV Core program itself. Nice. So okay. I've been through the online part, and then you actually do it live 4 days a week on that.
Excellent. And then what I'm going to do is probably today or tomorrow, I'm going to send an email out for when I'm going to do a workshop for several of us so that we can just all jump on KV Core together, be able to share our screens, and we just all implement things to our website and try and generate a couple of leads while we're on, the call. Okay. So then the next thing is, and you've done this too, the local MLS training.
Yes, sir.
Have you set yourself up to receive houses automatically?
Yes.
Excellent. So you already got 2 out of 3 of those checked off. And then buyer mastery. So the next pillars are, of course, we want you to be comfortable working with buyers, comfortable working with sellers. And then the last part is just going to be kind of your pillar of support. And then we're going to probably be adding a lot on this list for you because you're knocking this out so quick. But the MLS automatic search, I want you to go ahead. This is going to be one of your next steps. Find 4 houses, set up showings, and go view those houses. And then provide feedback to the agents after you do the showings.
Okay.
Okay. And the benefit of that is, of course, it makes you comfortable using the lockbox. It helps you get comfortable understanding how much time you need for each house. And of course, learning how to create a route for yourself. Then the next thing is that buyer folder. That marketing center has some great documents. So I would go ahead and get at least three buyer documents from the marketing center, get it in a buyer folder. And then you're going to want the EBA, exclusive buyer agency, your agency disclosure form, and have that in the folder as well. And then I would also put in a lead sheet. So basically, as you're looking at houses and they give you comments, you can write down what they're looking for. You know, basically when we met Carlos that one time, you know.
Yeah, I've already got that started, and I have an actual presentation that I could do over the computer with them or send it to them as well.
That's awesome, man. Good stuff. Okay, and then this is going to also be something you can do here soon. Create a transaction in SkySlope for yourself. And so I know this is going to be one you push back probably a little bit on, but basically pretend you're writing an offer for yourself on a home.
Okay.
Get in a SkySlope, you know, go through that checklist they're going to have for you. And, you know, then after you figure out all the documents you need to get completed, you know, complete it by yourself through SkySlope or DigiSign, upload them, and then cancel the transaction. Just don't have the broker in charge sign anything, and it'll be a good experience. And if you can, when you fill it out, you can just put like, you know, your name be like, you know, testing Mark Smith or something like that, just so they kind of have a feel for, okay, this guy is learning the system. Let's not put a lot of time into telling him what documents he still needs. So, and then of course, we want you to be showing houses to buyers in the first 30 days. Write your first buyer offer in the next 30 days, so in the month of January, and then get that closing in February.
That's the goal. Sounds good.
Yep. Now, the next one, of course, is seller mastery. Modify the pre-listing package from the EXP Marketing Center. Have you had a chance to look through that one yet?
Yes.
Okay, good. Find and modify a listing checklist. You already have one, or do you need one?
I do.
Okay. And we can always compare it with ones I have if you want. Again, there's that create a transaction on SkySlope. Determine the value of a property. So I would probably just do the one that you're in, you know, complete a CMA in the MLS. Okay. Go to NAR RPR to learn how that one does valuations and do the Z estimate. And then just kind of compare where all three of them are at. If, you know, the one that you do in the MLS should be more accurate, but I always do suggest do a Z estimate if you're going to go list a property, not because it's right, but it's because they've already done it. So it kind of gives you a feeling for what their thought process may be before you walk in the house. Okay. Create an offer that you can propose to seller. So basically that's called a unique selling proposition. So what makes you different? What's something that if you say, hey, I'd love to meet with you and share X, they'll be like, oh, I haven't heard about that before. I want to hear more about it. Okay. And again, are you in the top agent expert group?
Say that again.
Are you in the top agent expert group in Facebook?
Yes, I am.
Go through those documents right there, you know, because Adam and Mike had a top 10 team. Their listing presentation is essentially in there. It's not really their presentation, it's their unique selling proposition, but that became their that kind of became their listing agreement at some point. Okay, let's see, where did I leave off? Okay, one seller in the first 45 days, and then, you know, we'll aim to get a seller closed in the first 60 days. And again, most of these things I think you've already done. The additional pillar of support. Go to at least 2 state meetings a month, which I think you've been on them, right?
Yeah, I have. Correct.
Attend 1 contract class monthly. Have you been to a contract class yet?
Yes, sir.
You're awesome, man. And then the business network. And I think you've already been to an event even before you joined, but understand what the business network has to offer and introduce yourself to 2 people in the network.
Okay.
And, one introduction is just throwing yourself out there and top agent expert. The next thing, since you're crunching through this stuff, if you want more training, I need to follow up, but Sheila, she's like, really high up at EXP, but she made an offer at one point that she paid for free training for the people in our network. I took advantage of that. So I have, in fact, I think you've seen that before. I think I've shared a little bit of that with you maybe to let you see it. I can follow up with her and see if she's still making that offer available and maybe have her pay for your training if you want to become a member of that training site.
Okay.
So I don't want to overwhelm you at first, but it is an amazing platform. So I think since you're knocking through so much of this so fast, that could be something we incorporate.
Okay.
Okay. Right now, do you have any questions on this?
Let me look at my notes. Give me a second. I know I had a question about Ring Central.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that was asking, when I was trying to log in, it was asking me for some information I didn't have. So that was. So I'm wondering if you could kind of explain Ring Central and how that.
And on this one, I have not used Ring Central. I don't know if they offered it when I joined, but I was talking to another mentee, and I think she signed up for the Ring Central. So I'll have to get more information for you on that.
Okay.
So that's something we can put down. Now, because I know you're doing so much stuff so fast, which is amazing. What have you seen or done so far that really you feel benefited you the most so far in your journey?
Oh, going through the KB core classes was great. And let's see, 12, 13, 14 sections that they had. Also in what part was it? The Fast Start series, those 14 were they were great as well. So
great.
Doing the Fast Start is a must, and then I would say doing the KV Core was 2 of the best training so far that I've been to.
Excellent. Yeah, those Fast Start classes, and Mind Flash is going to be similar. They're going to answer so many questions that you're going to have.
Okay.
And then, then the next step is also for us to find time to maybe meet up. There's a couple of different things we can do. One, either just get a day where we get leads and we start reaching out to them. Or when you set up some of those showings, if it works out to our schedules, maybe I go with you and you do your kind of presentation for me, and then I can show you what I would do.
Okay.
So you think about whichever is more beneficial for you.
Sounds good. We'll do.
Okay. Well, that's all I had right now, man. So go ahead and just fill this out to where you're at right now so I know. And then if you want to add any comments down below of what you want to be tracked on, we can monitor that as well. And maybe every week, just send me an update on this until we get it all knocked out.
Okay. It shouldn't be too long. I'm pretty close.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, man. Well, I will talk to you later, okay?
All right. Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it.
Okay, man. Bye.